Hey,
Hello,
welcome back to Two Canadian Bros podcast. I'm Consigo.
I'm the Strong Boy, and welcome for the eighth, seventh episode. Seventh episode.
Eight. Eight. I didn't change it. My bad.
Okay, it's the eighth episode, and we're gonna talk about other things, a few things to talk about, get off our chest about trolling. It could be go getters and stuff like that. And then the second part of the segment, I'm going to be talking about the different species of the pikes and the walleyes, what the difference are between the muskies and that, and the sauger and the sawguys, all that stuff. You know,
Waggy and the Walleye and whatever. Yeah.
yeah.
Come see, come saw.
If you have any favorites of companies you like using for spinner baits and spinner rolls, yeah, I like those. I like using those for trolling because you don't get as snags as much, right? I got all kinds. I got that. I don't have that kind. I got similar like this one here. It's like a little torpedo. I know you have the one of them.
Yeah.
Not the one with the triangle. The other one. And I got these ones here too, right here. They're similar. They're smaller. They're 1/4, and they're just great for trolling and stuff. Right here, they're 1/4, and they're made by Mr. Crappie. And again, I bought them at the dollar store, Dollarama. Well, that's a good one too. But I never tried that one. I have one of those somewhere in my junk pile shelving.
In your junk pile.
Yeah, in my tackle pile over there.
Oh, okay.
So I got that one because I think because it drags on the ground, right? And my opinion, I think I might get snagged on that one. Depends what structure you have at the bottom. You got trees, rocks. It might hit a rock. It might go bounce up.
Yeah.
And then on these here, right here, supposed to be the weight on it. It shows you the weight. This is 1.5, but you can't see it because gray on gray. You know how that works.
Yeah. Gray on gray. Mm-hmm.
So for us growing up, me and Conch Lego growing up, we used pickle rigs. I mean, yeah, this is similar to this one, similar, but I got two chains on each end, and I don't have the swivels on it, or like
Yeah.
the bearings on it. I only need one because this part here you go through your line, and this one here goes to your fishing line, and then you hook on your swivel or whatever you get tied direct to your line, and then you put your go getters, spinner rigs, stuff like that on there. You go from there. And me and Carlego growing up, we used go getters and spinner rigs. We use Lucky Strike fishing tackle back in the day because it's so cheap. It
Yeah.
still is. There still is cheap. There now. I think we paid 90 something cents when we were kids, something like that, or cheaper. Now they're about 249.
Still cheap.
And I can't remember the other. I can see the picture in my head. It's a blue background with blue black background, right? And I can't remember the name because I know a guy uses it all the time. That brand because he likes that kind. That's fine. Whatever works for you. I know Conchego don't use much of spinner rigs as much. You like the basics spoon, but oddball at odd times you might use a jerk bait, a crankbait, whatever.
Yeah, just to mix it up a bit, I guess.
Yeah, and I got this one here because this one here you're gonna laugh at it. I know you will. You're gonna laugh your butt off because just the name you're gonna let you make it laugh because I know you're gonna say something about it and joke about it. There you go.
Jigajoo.
Jigajoo.
Jigajoo. All right.
And my neighbor, he called it a gigolo.
Gigolo.
Yeah, gigolo. You know that.
Just a gigolo
Yeah.
everywhere I go.
See? Yeah, I got that one, and it was on sale at the bargain box, right? And you remember I told you before you crossed Lego about the lines could be too long at times.
Mm-hmm.
You could shorten it. Look, here's the bait right here. Watch, it'll go right across. Right across. Look how much line wrap around.
Yeah.
I find that's way too much line for me to use.
Well, I guess we know the real deep lakes, and you need that.
Yeah, I hear you. This is for trout, bass, walleye, and perch, and panfish. Well, perch and panfish are the same size. And I'm going to show you my favorite colors I like to use, favorite brand I like to use. I don't care what brand makes them or whoever company makes the spinner rigs. You make it your homemade ones. Do your own self. You're gonna do by other people that makes them. Make it extra buck on the side. And to me, they all work the same structures. But I got a bunch of Northland tackle here, and you got some nice ones here I like myself. I never tried them yet. Right here, it's got the wing nut.
Okay, yeah.
It's a spinner rig with a one hook harness. Troll slow, 0.25 miles per hour. The little motor you have on in the shed work great for that because it's not as fast, it's not as slow, just perfect. You got that one. It's Parkaket. Parakeet.
Parakeet.
Something like that, yeah. So that's a good color too, because I like the chartreuse yellow and the chartreuse green on it, and the beads is just perfect. And got one odd bead on top, in the middle there, like a see-through yellow.
Yeah.
I like the yellow. I like yellows a lot myself for walleye. And then you got right here. Then you got the smiley blades. I mean the butterfly blades, right here. Metallic orange.
Oh yeah.
And you got the little float on it, and then it helps you out, bring your bait up to its suspended bait. Instead of going right almost to the bottom, it brings it up in the middle a bit. And you got the two hook harness. And the reason why they got together was and they use the same material, right? They use the same material as Dutch fork ghost plates.
Yeah.
Right here. Dutch. I said Dutch, sorry. Dutch fork.
Dutch. Okay, Dutch fork.
Yeah, and then they're in the States by the East Coast.
Yeah.
And I bought it at Sportsman Show last year for $1.
$1. Wow.
Yeah. And is this? This is the Walleye rig, right? And you can tell there's a walleye right on it.
Yeah, technically.
So you got all kinds of colors, and you know that. I like this one. I like this one. It's awesome color. 'Cause the blades, the color looks nice on them. And then I like their their clevis right here. Right, you put the blade on,
Yeah.
make it spin. This one here is a quick release. If the blade breaks, I got spare blades in my bag, but I don't have a spare I don't have a spare ghost blade. So
Oh no,
if I have a green one on, I just slap it on there and then throw it back out and have fun.
that works.
Yeah. And I like Northland a lot myself because I buy a lot of Northland. Cross Lego knows that. But lately, I've been buying a lot of people around my area stuff.
Yeah.
Like the other day, I showed you my local taco company from Cochrane. Jeff, he makes the smiley blades. He doesn't make the smiley blades. He buys the smiley blades and makes his own. And right here, in the middle there, a little.
Yeah.
So that's a weight. I don't know what size it is, but it helps you for trolling.
Okay.
It,
It doesn't say the size on there.
no, it doesn't. I gotta ask him. So this is a bunch I got here for Northland Taco. I bought a lot of them because they're on sale at the dollar store. See, another one here, Smiley Blade, Butterfly Blade Harness, same name. It starts with the Parakeet, Parrot, and they collaborated with Dutch Fork again.
Oh, okay.
They collaborate together, and make stuff. And then the blade. You see the Smiley blade. You see the butterfly blade? How big it is?
Yeah.
Well, I got one similar to it, but a smaller version. You see the difference on the fish. What do you want? Right? You got to play. You got to play with your baits in the water. You're not biting that. Right? Like Caution said, always tells me to let the fish bite. Leave it long enough.
Well,
Leave it
for
in the
pike and walleye, yeah.
yeah. So, and then this here, it's great. I never tried them yet before, and I make my I make my own right here with the metallic. Right here, I make my own sometimes too. So
Yeah.
one day I'm gonna get more material stuff and show you guys how I rig mine. Set up right, the bees, how to make it. I'm not good at. I'm gonna say this right now, straight out. I'm not good at how to do a second hook, how to tie the snout on top, the second hook. So I'm still learning how to do that. So I'm gonna try it just for you guys out there and gals, so that I do it for you guys. And then here it comes to the regular spinner beads, flickers, flashers, and full of them, right? They're all these here, and you got right here. These are my favorite kind from Northland fishing tackle. They make good stuff. Again, they're American. And then I got what color is that one again? This is your sunrise.
Sunrise. Okay.
Yeah, my uncle used to tell me So that means you don't only the sunrise.
Yeah. You can
I'm
only
like,
use it during sunrise. Yeah.
yeah. So I said, okay, that makes sense. He goes, okay. So I got that one, and then I got rainbow chub. You know what rainbow
Oh,
chub
they
is?
used in rainbows.
Yeah, rainbow
You see a
chub.
rainbow, you can use it.
Basically, there's a kind of a bait fish called a rainbow chub, right? To try to imitate it right here.
Yeah.
And then you got that little floating blade on the bottom, the floating on top of the bottom. There's the thing I want to get myself. I can't find it. I seen it on the Next Bite TV years ago, way back when I first discovered them on TV. They had these little. It's like this little long piece of bead there you see there, right? And it had a little. It was a fish on it. It spins in the water. You don't need a blade. You got that little fish spins around in circles for you. You don't
Oh,
need a
okay.
blade. You don't need a blade because the water going through it like going through the gills, right?
Yeah, yeah.
When the fish goes in the water, it goes through the gills, and from the mouth through the gills goes.
Is that
Yes,
the sound it makes?
I'm guessing.
You guessing?
Yeah, and then I got another
Did you record that?
they got gadgets to put stuff in the water. And
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how they do it, but they do. And here's one here called sunfish.
Oh, sunfish. All right.
Yeah, we got some here at the river now. I don't know how we got them. We got them now. Two guys fishing them at the river. The bridge by your place. He was fishing on the other side by Norman Street.
Yeah, yeah.
And he was fishing there, and he called me up. He goes, look at what I caught. He sent me a picture. I went, how'd you get there? I said, maybe people transported it. Birds will eat the eggs, right? And certain ducks will eat the eggs. And then they decompose themselves in midair, and it falls in the water, and then it hatches. They say you got eggs that last in the duck intestines for a long time.
Whatever.
I don't know, true or not, but
I think they don't know, is what I think. Just like
Yeah.
what they said about the rock bass at the cottage. Well, it could be this, it could be that. You know, I mean, chances are somebody transported it, and that was it. I mean, not like it bounced off the air and this and that, moved over
Yeah.
here,
well,
jumped on this rock, moved this, and then ploop right in the lake. You know what I mean?
well,
You ain't gonna get, you know, and that's one fish. Like you can't make many out of one. Like it's
No.
not how it works. You
no.
need at least two fish.
You need a male and you need a male and female, right? You can't
Exactly.
you can't be no gay fish.
No.
Okay. Anyways, yeah. And another thing that they said to me, this was the MNR natural resources.
Yeah.
They said it could be
Fish shops.
you could They said they get crop it out, eat the eggs, crop it out. Somebody transport it. Right. My opinion is transporting. That's my opinion right there.
Yeah, well, it's the only thing that makes sense. Like,
And then the third,
you know,
and the third thing, when you come down, the fish comes down with their claws and grab the fish, and the fish going like this on their claws and falls. Go back to another stream and goes to the river into another lake. I don't know, but like I said, transporting is the way I think.
well, they become flying fish, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't think they know. They're just making up theories. That's all.
I know. Our local little pond we have here, right, not far from me, has a lot of rock bass, has a lot of sunfish, and I'm going, maybe the kids caught it and they brought it home. The parents didn't want it, So the only place you could put it is a river. But
Maybe.
but how can you get into the your lake? How do you get into a star?
Mm-hmm.
Right? When Constantino saw me catch one out of the blue, I didn't really catch it. I kind of snagged it in the gill. He goes, "What the hell is that?" He said, "Is that a smallmouth bass?" At first, he thought it was. Right? He said, "What the hell is that doing here?" I said, "No, it's a rock bass." He went, hmm. And then I showed his dad. His dad says, looks at me. Goes, "What's the limit on those?" I said, "Unlimited." He looks at me again. He goes, "Take them all."
We don't want them in our lake.
They're
They're an invasive species, man.
bullheaded catfish, unlimited. Ling, unlimited. Sunfish, unlimited. So I can come home with a lot of fish for a meal for like ever.
Yeah. You don't have to
And
overfish the other stuff because there's a lot of unlimited species that are in the area.
I could catch for a conservation card for me. It's 50 perch a day, and for somebody with a sports card like his son.
No, you got that. Conservation is the cheap one.
Yes, sorry, my bad, guys, my bad. Sorry. So the sports, it's
Oh,
50 perch,
yeah.
and then
And
the conservation is 25. His sons could get 25 perch. To me, 25 is just enough for one person.
Well, who needs 50? Some of them perch can get pretty big. Fun.
I see jumbo perch at Lake Simcoe, like this,
Yeah.
and this big around. And then you go to Europe, like Finland and your Germany area, Italy, they're like this.
Yeah.
I seen videos on YouTube on it. I'm like, frig, whoa. And then my brother says, must be steroids over there.
Different type of perch there, Junior.
I know. It looks the same as ours. The yellow body, the red under the chin. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right. Speaking of fish,
Yeah, that's the definition. Some people don't understand, right? They catch a sauger. You go, oh, I got a walleye. No, so the sauger has little spots like a cow. You see it, right? You can see it there. The second
yeah,
fish, because the walleye
yeah,
the walleye. First of all, the walleye on the tail fin, way at the bottom, you got a little spot, a white spot at the bottom or the tail. Right? You see that the white tail, the white spot, the walleye, and then you got the fin on top on the sauger. You got like a little, the fin goes up like this and goes down. You got little black dots on it. That's a
yeah,
walleye. That's a sauger. I mean, sorry. And then they're thinner too, and they're not as big as the walleyes on top. They're a little bit smaller. I don't know if the walleye is the male or the sauger is the female that mate with. That part I'm not sure. I just know that these. All I know is they mate and they make it the one at the bottom said the hybrid, Sogeye hybrid. It's the same size as the walleye, and you got the walleye colors, you got the Sogeye colors, you got the blotches, and you got the little dots on them, stuff like that. I never seen in firsthand ever up here. It's a Sogeye, never yet. I maybe did, but just did not recognize it because we got Saga, we got Sauger and Walleye up here in our river system, not river system, into Another stream we go to, we fish a lot. Nighthawk, Fisher House together,
Great
right?
House River.
You got Fisher House River, go to Nighthawk, or no, sorry,
Yeah.
Nighthawk goes into Fisher House River. Sorry. Anyways, I never seen a saw guy. It could be something in there. I don't know. Maybe caught one, a little guy like this before probably, and I didn't recognize it. Just throw it back in because it's too small to keep. And they go big, let it grow big. Have fun with them. And I'm still learning about the other species like the muskies and pike and walleyes and stuff like that. Well, the walleyes, I got that packed down because that's what we mainly fish for up here.
Yeah.
I don't mind. Some guys I fish with, they don't want no pike at the boat. You gotta hang out on the edge of the boat and let it go. You can't keep. Some people say I don't mind that in there. I just wash it after, because the pike gets a lot of slime in the boat and it's hard to clean when it dries.
Well, it does get. Yeah. There's a. That's what it is. Eh?
Yeah, the reason why the pike has a slime on it, it's their safety mechanism. Safety mechanism, meaning that you're out of the water, something grabs you, and then the slime up. What happens in the slime? It slips right on your hands and back in the water. And you get a pike and a regular muskie gator. You get a tiger muskie. Oh, wow! Amazing,
What?
amazing.
What?
I see it now.
Yeah, it's because I'm sharing the page.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sharing the image. Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, the top one is the northern pike. Yeah, the top one is the northern pike, and then you got the regular muskie, and you got them. Oh, I don't have that one there. Oh,
We'll
okay.
have what one?
The change pickerel.
Oh.
That's fine. Change pickerels are smaller, way smaller than the pike. You got all
Yeah,
the different.
northern pikes on the bottom.
Yes, and then the top what? The top four are your
Yeah.
muskies. You got your musclin, tiger muskie, and then I can't read the names of the name real well. I could blow it up with my fingers, but it gets blurry every time I go higher.
Wow.
And then at the bottom it shows you the different mouth shape. The shape of it different. You take a muskie and a northern pike together, you get a tiger muskie. I don't know how they know that how these species get this species together. They must have do an experiment, something at the lab.
Yes.
That's all I'm guessing. Carslego.
I think some of them are. Yeah, some of them are made.
And then you put it in the water, and then did you know?
Yeah, 'cause you got your northern pike on the bottom.
Yeah.
Then you got your tiger muskie just above that, which is your hybrid.
Yeah.
And then you got your what, barred,
Yeah.
and then spotted.
Yeah.
And then clear.
Yeah.
I guess it all depends on where they are.
Yeah. So, other than that they are good fish, good fighting. You got to play with the pike a lot to get them in the boat to tire them out. Sometimes, like Conslico, you caught a pike one time, and then somebody in the boat was, I don't know, it was his grandmother or his mother, whatever, saying, "Oh, it's a log, it's a log." And then Constego brought it out of the water. It started splashing. She goes, "Oh, not a log."
Well, no, it's in that area there where you didn't think there would be pike. Remember?
Yeah.
Okay, there was that one area where you near the log where we go still fishing.
Yeah.
Then you drift in there,
Mm-hmm.
and it's shallow, but there's a lot of cover.
Yeah.
So you just throw your uh, your
Whatever
spoon
you.
in there, and then I would throw a spoon in there and say, "Well, there's fish here," and Sean Boy's going, "No, there can't be fish here." So bang, fucking first cast, bang, get a pike. Start reeling it in. Then we had an issue with our nets. We won't see what the issue was, but there was an issue, and we couldn't catch it. And then the next day we went to the same spot. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's
It,
yeah. So, and then we went to the same spot, and again, I cast it in the same spot. Bang, catch the pike again. And then, but we got this one in the boat, and the one that you're talking about is that big one there with my mom there.
yeah. Yeah.
So we were just floating around, just sitting, taking it easy in my grandfather's old big boat there,
Mm-hmm.
and we just drifted into that same area. I cast it, I caught it. My mom's going, "Well, no, it's just a log because there's a lot of logs around there." I said,
Yeah.
"No, I know what the log feels like. You know, this is coming in a little bit too easy." And then the minute it's out the motor there, boom, starts doing the whole thing. Because a pike, you'll bring it up to the boat, and then the minute it sees the boat, that's it. It goes eat. You know what I mean? It's like
It
starts doing
torpedoes.
this thing.
Then after that, it torpedoes. Then it torpedoes down to the bottom.
Yeah. Tries to go underneath the boat and everything. Yeah.
I'm
But
still,
yeah,
I'm still trying to convince Constego to come with me to our local river system, throw our lines out, put it in their rod holders, catch a sturgeon.
that'd be nice.
The wife would be happy with that because your wife is going to be complaining for a couple of days. How come my arms are too sore?
Yeah. Well.
So
Yeah. Just mostly the time that we go there, and if we have time off, where am I usually at? Right. I'm at the cottage, so
yeah, so
a
one
little bit
day,
harder.
one day we do it. I didn't say when.
So yeah, but John Boy here, when we first started going fishing at the cottage,
Mm.
he jerks his rod when he feels a bite, and I said, "You're gonna take that right out of the fish's mouth."
And you tell
Then
me,
wondered why he wasn't catching anything. I said, "Just let him bite it. Then when it bends down, then start reeling in. Don't yank it. You know, it's not
you
something else, man. You don't yank that thing. You just reel that
you
in."
you tell me all the time. You say we're not bass fishing.
Yeah, we don't have to set the hook. It's unlike the bass, the trout, or whatever.
Pike, pike, bass, walleyes, whatever. Bass got to set the hook. Pike, walleyes, trout, and perch. You set the
Well,
go.
trout, you got to set the hook in trouts. The ones in Quebec, at least.
Yeah,
I went fishing with my uncle. And it was where that fire was, like years ago. Must have
yeah,
been 30 years ago, 20 years ago, 20 years ago. I was, what was it? I was 19. I wasn't
Oh
even 20 years old.
shit! That's fucking
And there was a fire the summer before in this one area.
yeah.
And my uncle turns around and says, "I want to bring you fishing." So I went there with him, his adopted daughter, and somebody else. I can't remember. So we all go there. I got my line caught in the electric motor,
That happened a lot to a bunch of us.
but you have to set the hook. You feel the, and you barely feel the, you know, the bite, and then you got to set the hook at the right time.
Yeah.
So that a little bit takes a little bit more skill than, just say walleye or pike to catch. It's just for that the skill is to bring it in, right?
All you need to do with the pike and walleye, you just go tug. That's it. But with the bass, you gotta go like the rod goes.
And then every year, no fail, we go fishing, and Sean Boy's drag is set too low, so he's catching the fish this big, and your drag was always set too low. Remember, I said turn that crap up.
You remember back in the day there, we made for that little channel, so clear you see the bottom.
Yeah.
And then you go to the big lake after.
Yeah.
And then I said, I got so excited. I think I was in my teens or something like that, right? Or late teens, early 20s, something like that. And I still get excited when I fish, not as much. But when I saw that huge, gigantic pike, it was huge. JT seen it too. I got excited, and I moved the boat too much. And JT got his rod out, get ready to throw the spoon. He says, "You effer, you're scared of the damn thing."
Yeah.
And then,
well, sometimes the lake where I'm at, it's so clear you can see the bottom. The deepest is like between 50 and 60 feet, depending on if the beavers made a dam.
yeah.
And we've had it where we see fish swim right underneath the boat or whatever when we're rowing or something, and we've seen loons swim right by us.
Yep.
Oh,
But I always told JC constantly all the time. Right? Now I'm okay with it now because I caught a walleye off the dock. I caught a pike off the dock, rock basses, a few rock bass, a perch, right? The first time I caught my first walleye off the dock, right? It's using our Northland a walleye a jigging spoon for ice fishing. I cast it out, I reeled it in. I got a nice little walleye that big. And he goes, see? And then his mom turns around. See? He told you they're fishing by the docks. You don't want to listen to us. No.
When I was a kid, I used to fish off the dock a lot. And the first fish that I remember catching was a 2-pound pike. And I was excited, man. I'm like, woo, like, jumping up and down, whatever. My grandma was going, don't let anybody know it's here. They'll all be in front of her dock. Yeah, like everybody's going to pile in front of her dock, right?
Well, the reason why I say the fishing was being good, fishing in front of the docks, because Carson Lego could walk up to his right here in the water. Right here in the water, right? So I said, that's too shallow. And then you said, no. And then we were fishing with Lizelle's uncle Leo. That weight we went for the day.
Yeah.
And I'm glad I put my rod in the pontoon. I left for a bit, go to the washroom or something, or do something, because Constable calls me for something. So I ran over there, help him out, come back to the boat. You know, a paddle boat, a pontoon, had a little latch for the door. And my rod handle caught that latch on the handle of the door with my rod. I got it. I believe it was between 3 pounds to 5 pound pike around the dock, and I'm using gumball, gumball, Northland, short shank, big drum of minnows, because his wife,
Yeah.
his wife's uncle always wanted to be big shiners, right?
Mhm.
Big is not always good sometimes.
Yeah.
So I might get more of these.
Yeah.
It's a pro. It's the way the hook is. I like the hook
Hmm.
here. You can put the plastic on it, rig it with the plastic, and then yeah, it's a bait holder, and it goes deep cuts, deep cut, deep cup, because the back goes big, it deeps in, and then the clevis right here. I can show you the back there, if you can see a bit there.
Yeah.
It's like a little spring, but it's a clevis, and it's a speed clevis, and super glow beads. Fish attract with light, I guess, and I got that in my mystery tackle box. And I went to to their website.
Hmm. Hmm.
Discontinued. Discontinued.
Oh, that's why it was in the mystery tag box. Oh.
And then yeah, the angler I like watching on TV is it's Jason Mitchell Outdoors.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you seen him on TV. I see him on TV using this. The blade is three, never size three blade,
Yeah.
and the hook is one odd. You remember the other day we were talking about that? Well,
Yeah.
back
The size
episodes.
of the hook and whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And then you look at it right here. I don't know if you can see it or not because it's hard to see. I'll lift up here. You got a little. See that little hook there?
Yeah.
That's the bait holder.
Mm.
Jason Mitchell was using like plastic worms, those like live worms
Yeah.
on that, and he was trolling with it and catching walleye after walleye. I went, nice. And the other thing I like going to the sportsman shows. You see people come out with those odd tackle boxes, tackle tables. Just right
Well,
now,
it used to be better.
yeah, it
Back when
was
we were kids, man, that's when we wanted to go because Alberts would have little grab bags and then
pro
same thing
pro
with Dumalays and
pro
all these
tackle.
places. You
Pro
know,
tackle came out. Pro
well, there
tackle.
wasn't Pro Tackle back then, but I mean, when we were young, right? So you go there, and then there would be deals on rods, deals on baits, stuff like that, reels. Now it's like they want to sell just the boats and the big stuff, you know,
The bikes, the cars, not cars, but bikes and
because because it costs so much to get a table. You're not going to just sell little bits.
no,
You
no.
know what I mean?
The thing is, for a table, you buy your table, okay, and on the side of that, your insurance.
I know. Like, why do you need insurance? The insurance should be the sportsman show that pays for the insurance.
Yes. Do you
You
remember
know?
Big Mike? Do you remember Big Mike? Uh, up, upper landing before you go to the curling section.
Yeah,
We had the little boxes that Lizanne bought you for my ex bought you a long time ago.
yeah,
Well, I got some of his baits right here. Yes, you put them on cereal boxes. Whatever works, it sells. I got all kinds, and I got one here with a weight on it already.
yeah.
Jighead, that's cool. I tried some a couple of those, but the bad part about it, it doesn't mark down the size of the jig. I'm looking at it. I say 1/8, and then after a while, he stopped making with the cardboard boxes. Right, he changed it up a bit. He went to this packaging, so you could bring more in the boxes, stack in the box more than
Yeah.
having knees bulking up. And
The one time we went to the sportsman show and there was a demonstration, the birds, and then the
birds of
you know what
prey,
I mean,
yeah. Oh, we have last
that
one.
was
The last time Lego went to the sportsman show, we had a guy in there. It was called. His name was Italo Bigaman.
yeah.
That was awesome. That was good, and I learned. And Lego learned it. My brother learned it too. Learned. I mean, he says, he looks at me. I didn't know worms don't drown. You know,
Yeah, that was good. I liked it. I mean, that was the game putting the that one year they put the that other thing with the sportsman show,
yeah.
and that one idiot ran and walked into you there, and then
Oh
I
yeah,
walked into him just to prove that you can't do that.
yeah,
He
yeah.
was like he was playing. He was in that costume there, and
Oh
then
yeah,
he
yeah,
walked right into you there. Remember?
yeah, yeah. Cause
And then I just walked right into him. Like, don't do that. I don't care if you're playing a character. Don't be like that.
well, it they decided just 1 year, that he put the Comic Con, Timmins Comic Con, and the sportsman show together so that it brings more crowd. You could do both. Excuse me. To me, it was too crowded.
Yeah, and the Comic Con was upstairs.
Yeah.
Hey, and the people that are upstairs are not giving a crap about the stuff that's downstairs. You know what I mean?
No, you got people.
Think about it. Nobody's reading the comic book and fishing at the same time. Like, really? And there was that
No,
one guy. You know what I mean? It was I don't know. We walked around. And it wasn't that great. There was not much, right? And then it was one of the first years for the Comic Con, so you got to give him that. But that one guy there, all dressed up there, and that I don't know what he was trying to be, but he turned out he was an arsehole, right? So he just walked right into you. And I'm going, excuse me, bang! Because he tried to do the same thing with me because we're walking this way, he's walking this way. He walked into you, and then he tried to walk into me, and then that didn't work out as well. I
yeah,
said, don't do that again. You know what I mean? And he looked at me, he's like, whatever, okay. I might have made a mistake here. Yeah, you don't do that, man. That's not right.
no,
Like, you know what I mean? It's like you want to play your in character like that, get somebody who's playing in character too and do it with him.
do it upstairs.
Not with some guy just going to the event. That's retarded. All right.
The reason why
That's
the re-
dumb. There we go.
yeah, the reason why I go to the sportsman shows is not just for the toys, big boy toys. I go there to meet the anglers, the fishing people there, and talk about stories about yourself and his stories. And then one guy he used to tell me all the time, so, any fish lice yet? Nope, I got none. And then he turns around, he goes, well, I bet you this guy tell you a lot of lies. I looked over, my ain't.
Yeah. He's either that or
His dad.
yeah.
And then he got this guy down, his joke. His name is Joke, Mr. Dion. And he always tells me, I take you to a spot, don't tell nobody. Right? I take pictures of my fish where the spot is, right? And anybody knows the area enough where the lake is, they tell you. Out. Mr. Money got it. Mr. Mary got it, and some other people that, and then Mark, that guy Marcel, at the cottage.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember you know him or not. You might know him because you might go in the meetings someday.
I don't think he's an owner. That's what I'm thinking.
He said you got the cottage there.
He goes to a cottage, yes.
And people ask me, what's your lot? I don't have a lot. Okay. What lot you go to? I said, Lucky 13. They say, why? And I gave them the rundown why the 13, because I remember the story. Right now, I don't remember it.
Well, it was the flattest lot there was that they had available at the time. Because what happened was is when they were opening the lake, my grandfather talked to his dad, my great grandfather, and he says make sure you get the flattest land because if you're flat, then you can do like a septic system, not just a septic tank. That's where you get the field bed and the holding tank. And it lasts longer.
Yeah.
You don't have to get it emptied every twice a year, right? If you're there all the time.
Yeah.
So they turn around. They were going through, and then they picked that lot. They said, it's nice and flat. And it turned out it was lot number 13, right? And,
Yeah.
I mean, to us, it's like it's a lucky number because we got a place to be at, right? And
Anything that happened to your grandparents was on 13th.
Yeah, we just make it more known when it's the 13th.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, okay, we're gonna get it back on track there. Did anybody fish with steel leaders, go-getters in your life? Have you gone legal at one point in your life?
Yeah, I've had a few. The old ones were steel.
Yeah, on Lucky Strike lures, most of them are all steel leaders.
Yeah.
So I want to buy myself a spool of steel leaders and make some baits like that because some pike will rip the crap out of your line. And then I got a few here to show you what I have. I bought this one here. I got this one here at the Sportsman Show last year. And I tried it at the river here, at the river. I didn't catch nothing with it. I let it sit there for a bit, trolled with it, cast it out and out, in and out. And then I got these ones here. These ones here at the outpost.
Oh, cool.
I like the colors. Yeah. And then the reason why I got the pure white one, pure white, like a pearl white blade, because the fish out there last summer were biting on yellow, red, white, and black, white and red, and white jigs. Spoons were red and yellow, and white and yellow, white and black, white and red. Hey, I can't even speak to the guys. Sorry.
There was red and white, yellow 5 diamond.
Yep.
And white jig.
Yeah, that's the day it was. And last year, they were still biting on their daredevils, red and white. But last year it was more of a yellowish color mixed in it.
Well, I think my wife got it just as much as I did, and she was going with the red and white, and I was going with the yellow.
And then I got these Double Rock Fishing Company, right? I got one right here. It has the wedding ring on it. It's called.
Mm-hmm.
Right in the middle there.
Okay.
Between red and blue.
Yeah.
And then he asked me what my favorite team was. Okay. Right.
Okay.
And then for the summertime,
Well, there you go.
They're still leaders. They're still wire leaders. They work great.
Yeah.
It's Double Rock. It's a Canadian company. Double Rock. And there's a story to it. The name of the Double Rock came from because there's something over there. It's Hillberry.
Yeah.
So, anyways, and then it's 18 inches long, 20-pound test, nylon coated, stainless steel, braided. Oh, that's not steel then. Just coated it. Okay. And then you got the number 2 bait hook. Bait hook.
How long have you had that? You just read it now?
Yes.
But anyway, man. I think we'll have to, for now. We had another. Oh, nice.
That's a floater too, and it spins when you throw it.
Oh, right.
Number two hook, and 20-pound test line.
Fantastic.
You could go 15 tests up to 20 tests. Some people use 30. Depends what they're going for.
Yeah, exactly.
They're going for Lakers. I go 40.
All right, man.
All right.
I think we had another successful episode here.
Yeah, and you've seen the stuff that I like to use, and I think Lego use similar stuff what I use.
Pretty well. I just can't show you because it's at the cottage right now.
Oh yeah, we get there. We get to the cottage, and I like willow blades too.
Yeah. I like to keep it simple. Yeah. Just throw it in, get it wet, and get stuff. That's about it.
I've seen Lego use a lot of crankbaits in the past a few times, and then the next day we go back out again. He's back to the old school.
Well, old school works, man.
Excuse me. Whatever
my grandparents and parents used, and then they caught fish with.
Mm-hmm.
That's the plan. That's the deal. That's the dealio.
I had a lot of spinner baits, right? Blades and spinners and that. And I had a bunch of these, and I use a lot of them. And I got one in my bag still. Look how old that mess.
Yeah.
I'm thinking I might have to retie that.
Maybe
not. It's been in the bag, not in the sun. It got wet. That's all I did. It just got wet in the bag. Because if you put line in the sun, it deteriorates a lot. That's why they got rod holders, rod socks, right? But you could compartment, put your rods in there.
Exactly.
So we had another good success. I got more to show you later on. Later stuff later on. I have a video trying to share with Lego, and I'm having trouble sharing it with him because I think it's too big. Like my fish stories. I had to put that in there.
They're as big as your fish and your stories, right?
Yeah. You remember that little perch I caught there at the with your nephew? Because perch. And he goes, I got a giant perch. Your nephew goes, wow, this is the size of your pike, eh? You caught last week.
Well, remember that small one you caught? It was like this big.
Yeah. I was using. I was on the dock I got that last summer. The summer just passed.
Well, we got a picture of it. I should show the picture of your big catch.
And I should show you my other one. I got my little smallmouth bass. I caught at the boat launch.
Yeah.
One day there, one day we did show. One day we're gonna talk about the story. Post our pictures up. How we caught this picture. How what we did with that one. Where we got.
I'll see if I can get a picture of my that dead fish I caught.
Oh, it had no head on it.
Yeah.
See, I got two blades in here. Two blades. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
$4.99 for two blades.
Oh my lord.
Alberts.
Yeah.
Like my mom said to me, and my dad used to tell me when I was a kid. Growing up, start buying my own taco and stuff like that. They always told me, whatever you enjoy doing, spending on like doing, like fishing, go for it. Now today, my mom's saying I'm spending too much money.
Now it's better than drugs. You know what I mean? It's better than spending on drugs. At least you get something out of it. You got lots of enjoyment, unless you lose all your lures, and that's a different story.
I remember a story my friend told me one time. She had a kayak, a canoe. They're fishing, and this guy stands up. Right, the water was really deep, and they lost their tackle box at the bottom. The guy dives in, couldn't find it. She lost everything, all her tackle. So the stuff I bought at the dollar store, stuff like I gave your son a while back. I had some of those. I have this, have that, and she still lost them. I give up.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah.
On that note, thank you very much for tuning in. Thank you for watching.
Don't forget to subscribe, share, like, comment on the posting, and comment on our show, please. We appreciate it, and thank you very much for listening. And let me ramble about my spinner rigs, and I wasn't helpful for you about the walleye, about the muskies and that real much, because I'm still learning about them. Because every time I see a muskie, I go, oh, look at that pike. I went, oh, it's a muskie. Because you come in with the head to your face, you look at it, it's like a pike. But the jaw structure is a little different. But the Terry muskie and the pike, they're a little bit similar.
Yeah.
Because they mate together. Yeah.
Yeah.
So don't forget to comment, please. I appreciate it, and let us know what you want to see next, or whatever. Just the one thing. I enjoy it. I love it. Whatever you want to say, and make it tasteful for the other viewers to read.
Yeah. Exactly.
We don't want kids learning new languages.
Yeah. They can learn that at home.
They learn on their own in schoolyards and TVs. Okay.
Exactly.
All right. Sean Boy out.
Okay.